everyone, welcome to another question and answer session where we answer your questions, and today's question comes from
Edith Brady. So Edith is asking Primrose, did your husband's family ask your family for a dowry before you got married?
Okay.
Years ago she was about to marry an Indian guy, Edith Brady was, and her family, the guy's family asked for a dowry. But in her country, it's the opposite. So the guy pays for a dowry when he's marrying the girl, which is different.
Exactly. So in my culture, in Southern Africa, is the same as Western Africa. Like Judith's family were expecting the dowry. My family would have expected the dowry as well. So the way it works is basically because the husband's family is taking their daughter away. And in a way, it's
compensating.
Yeah, is that family compensating
the girl's
family for taking their precious possession away
that they've helped grow and feed and clothe,
nature, exactly,
and educate.
Yeah, so it's sort of like a way of compensating them. So
that's why the guy pays the dowry.
Yeah, so in our culture in Zimbabwe, that's why the family of the girl expects a dowry, because the girl goes off and lives with the husband, and how does it work in your culture?
In India, so that makes complete sense to me, that why the guy would then pay the dowry to the girl.
Yeah.
But in the Indian culture, and again this has been going on for generations, the guy's family expect the girl's family to not only pay a dowry but to also pay for the majority of the wedding, which can end up going into a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, and the reason behind that would be is they're saying that now we're going to take your daughter on and we're going to have to raise her and clothe her and feed her. So we want a compensation money from you.
Wow.
And that's where that would then come in.
Yeah. And I can understand it from that point of view as well.
Yeah.
I can understand
and there may be other things which I'm not aware of.
Yeah.
That could be the reason why they take the dowry. And it's almost, I think part of it is to do with inferiority, that the man is like stronger than the woman, and the woman's side almost have to be below the man's side, and they have to pay to kind of say, please take care of our daughter. That mentality.
It's sweetener, probably.
Yeah, it's almost like a sweetener. And if you don't give enough, that girl could seriously have a bad marriage with her husband, which could result in a lot of, and like I said, it doesn't go on, I don't know of it going on with anyone that I know.
Yeah.
But abuse can take place, and physical abuse can take place, because some Indian families in India can be very bad about things like that.
But that's why there's so many like abortions of girls. I know when we were having a girl, when we were pregnant, they sort of like mentioned that you might not be able to find out the sex of the child because the hospital where we were was
based in an Indian area,
and because like it works out that if they tell the family that they're having a girl, and especially if it's their first daughter, they would have an abortion. So they're like, well, we can't really tell you, but it ended up that we didn't want to know anyway, so it didn't matter. And
that's all to do with because the family then will think, wait a minute, if we have one daughter, now we've had a second one, we're going to have to pay for all these weddings. Right? Where am I going to get, say, £80,000 from? Because they're talking about 40,000 per child. That's how crazy these weddings can become. So that is one of the reasons why these abortions are taking place.
And it's huge.
And so dowries amongst the Indian culture can be, and other Asian cultures can be very bad.
So how we dealt with this was basically because of the politics and everything that was going on with us being together, we told our families that we didn't want them to contribute to our weddings, because it was really our fight, isn't it? We wanted just like to pay for everything ourselves. We wanted it to be on us and not for our families to be stressed about putting money in. So I explained to my mom that I understand that, in our culture we expect the dowry, but in Jazz's culture they expect the dowry. So in a way it sort of like cancels itself out.
Right? We cancelled each other out, really.
Exactly.
And plus because your mum knew what we were going through with regards to a lot of family not coming to the wedding. My mum's not obviously being happy with the situation. So in the end I was never going to ask my parents to pay her a dowry, because
because of the issues they were expecting.
They'd be like, look, we ain't paying nothing, don't marry her. That was going to be the dowry. My mum was going to say that. Obviously my dad wasn't, but at that point it was just about us paying for our wedding, because we were the ones taking this different step, or I was taking this different step, or Primrose was being strong enough to stand with me.
Yeah.
So we decided we were just going to do this ourselves. So dowry never came into it from either side.
Yeah.
And from my side, even if I married an Indian girl, I would be very staunch in saying I don't want any dowries taking place in my marriage.
Yeah.
Even if my parents insisted that the girl should pay for more at the wedding, I would have still contributed more, as just as much as the girl, because I don't agree with it, and I've got a sister, so I wouldn't agree with it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say, like with my mum, I also explained to her when I was explaining to her that in the Indian culture they expect the girl to pay the dowry. I explained to her, like, I've been taking care of my mum forever. I send her money for her living costs, her medical bills, basically anything. Yeah. Any expenditures that she needs, she just has to get on the phone and ask for money, and we sent it. So I said to her, like, you know, once I get married to Jazz, our financial situation is going to be, you know, the money's going to go into one pot. And I already explained to Jazz that I take care of my mum, and he was fine with that. So I said to her, like, then if you expected a dowry, it wouldn't really work out as well, because if I calculate all the money we send her every single month, it's a lot of money, really, isn't it?
Definitely.
Over 5 years, a dowry is less than what we give her. So I mean, she understood, and she never really.
Like, even like since we got married, Primrose is very appreciative of the fact that I'm so understanding.
Yeah.
Because I don't see how you can let your parents just suffer.
Yeah.
They've got no form of income, and you as a child, I think, have a duty to help them.
Exactly.
In some manner. So I was like, look, I'll do exactly the same thing, so you go for it.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do.
Exactly.
And I'm behind you 110%.
Yeah. And my mum appreciates it.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. So again, that probably was part of it where your mum understood that the dowries, not only because of the culture differences with the dowry, she understood that, wait a minute, this guy and my daughter are going to now be sending me money to survive, so how can I ask for a dowry?
Yeah, exactly, on top of it. So that's how we dealt with the dowry situation.
Well, we know of situations amongst friends that are Indian.
Yes.
And I'm talking about my generation.
And
I'm 33, so say within that 35 to 30 age gap, which is the new generation, really. I know of a girl and a guy where the guy's family insisted that the girl paid for the reception, and she had to take a loan out. Which they had to pay back at the end, because her mum had to pay it back.
Because their argument was, the brother had two sisters, and they were like, well, we paid for our daughter's wedding,
so you have to pay for
your
daughter's wedding.
Yeah, and it's just like
and so what you have to remember is these things do still go on.
Of course, yeah.
And it's lots depend on how strong the children are. Sometimes your parents just don't listen to you.
No,
because
they're like, it's culture, we expect it.
And in the Indian culture, when they're organising a wedding, it's their wedding, it's not your wedding.
You're just a sideshow.
So you're not doing anything. You might have an opinion on like where you would like it to happen, but they say leave the finances to us.
Yeah, but then they have a say.
And we've got a daughter, and we've got to pay for her wedding, so that mentality can come into it.
Yeah, and that's why so many people said, you know what, when we came to your wedding, it was one of the best weddings, because we didn't have to answer to mom, dad, this and that. We did what we wanted, and it was like a party and a celebration that we wanted, without anyone saying, no, you can't play this music, you can't have that food, you can't. It was like, no, we're paying for it, we're gonna do what's gonna make us happy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
but we've seen, as I said, we've seen weddings where yes, the girl side have paid a lot of money, and you think to yourself, wow, like that's not right.
And sometimes the family goes overboard. Their husband's family goes overboard
because they want jewelry, they want
and hire like
crazy stuff,
Ferraris and everything.
Yeah,
and
it's
like, why?
From the girl side, and not only that, because I mean, if it doesn't go that far, and the girl and the guy are paying for the wedding together in an Indian wedding, then a lot of the time, what ends up happening is the girl side will still insist on paying for, say, part gold.
Yeah.
And they'll insist on paying for the suit that the guy would wear to the reception, which again can go into thousands, because the guy might want a Hugo Boss suit, or a Armani suit. So there is forms of almost dowries being paid in material goods.
And I remember the girl was getting married at work. Did she have to buy like saris and everything for the mom for the
that still goes on in every Indian wedding. That's normal.
The aunties as well. And I was like, how many suits do you have to buy?
That still goes on, but we didn't have those issues.
No, we didn't.
We were just marrying each other for our wedding. That's it. Yeah. No one else is involved. It's just us getting married. Who wants to turn up and witness this and be part of our celebration? That was it.
That's it.
It was not. Otherwise, if I married an Indian girl, maybe, well, most likely, a lot of these ceremonies would have taken place where part of the Indian, the girl's family would have paid for material goods, which would equate to probably anywhere between £5,000 to £10,000.
I was shocked.
That is a form of dowry, really, in a way.
Exactly.
In the modern age, that's what's going on. So we didn't have that.
No.
So I hope that answers your question.
That's how we handled it. I think every situation is different and every couple is different. You just have to handle things as they come, and
and I definitely think that all these cultural things like these old things, you need to let go of them because
they don't have any relevance. In this day and age, they don't have any settings.
And the thing is, then a lot of the time I've seen it cause at weddings a lot of problems between both sides of the family, where I've actually seen infighting during the wedding. Like, look at them, what they're doing, and they made us pay for this, and they're actually arguing at this wedding. So the wedding's actually about the girl and the guy, but they're already fighting each other before the girl and the guy have even gone home. Because of the money that's being involved and the egos that are attached to it.
That's what it is.
So for us, I don't want nothing. I didn't want anything like that to do with my life.
And I suppose a good question would be like, well, once Havana and Phoenix get married, because we've got both a boy and a girl, we would not accept a dowry in any form. It wouldn't even come to my mind.
I'd help my children, but I'd say, look, if you want to get married, make sure you're financially stable. Whatever you want to do, remember, you can't just go and do something if you can't afford it.
That's exactly.
Make sure you've got the money, you're earning money that you can afford this, because it's not worth getting into debt over a wedding.
Exactly.
Because you've got to then buy a house, you need to be able to survive.
That's it.
So
and I think, like, for us, we don't really expect any financial gains from our kids getting married. It's you know what I mean? It's not even.
And I don't want anyone to ever hold that against my child, or that your parents asked for this when we got married, and then it ruins your relationship.
That's it.
Because there's outside people involved in your relationship financially.
That's it.
And if anything's going to make you fight, it's going to be money. Really.
Exactly.
So money don't mix with anyone.
No. It's exactly.
Keep your finances just you and your partner, and don't get anyone else involved. Forget the dowry, it's not needed.
That's it, So I hope that answers your questions. If you have any questions, just pop them in the comment section below. Remember to share our videos with your family and friends and anyone else who you think might be interested in these subjects, and also give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye for now.